Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marta, and thank you very much, everyone. This is just a small presentation about our project that we are leading with Gema Chacon and Hassan Auraga in the Eastern Morocco, the region of Ain Benimatar and Gefeit since 2006. Then this is a 18 years project that has been established by cooperation between the University of Ujda and IPES in Tarragona, and we are just working in a small basin, former lacustrine basin, between Ain Benimatar and Gefeit in eastern Morocco, close to the Algerian border. These two special places, Ain Benimatar and Gefeit, are part of, as I said, as a small basin, former lacustrine, today fluvial basin, in a semi-arid landscape, not exactly desert. We are 300 kilometers away from desert in the north, but the conditions are very close to the desertic ones in some places. Other, like Gefeit, today are some kind of oasis. It is dominated by high plateaus, the region, around 1,000 meters above the sea. Here you have the card of north of Africa, with the place for Ain Benimatar Gefeit, close to the border of Algeria, and surrounded by the Atlas, the different Atlas chains. We have Middle Atlas at northwest, High Atlas at southwest, and Tel Atlas at north and Saharan Atlas at south. This is part of high plateaus and Salt Lake plain in Maghreb. Is a very clear and singularized region today, retaining some salt lakes like Hodna or other lakes that are in the region. We are working in the westernmost part of this card, where a lake were present in the late Pliocene and during the early Pleistocene. These are the general traits of for geology. This region has been formed by tectonically by a tectonically formed depression that has been fulfilled during Pliocene and early Pleistocene. And after the early Pleistocene, during Middle Pleistocene, we do not have a precise or exact dating for that. But during Middle Pleistocene, this basin has been completely fulfilled, and it began its erosion and dissection by the current fluvial system that we have today, the Charf-Hay-Za fluvial system. And what you can see in this picture is just the section of the high plateaus that we are able to work on. And we have the Pleistocene sections, Pliocene and early Pleistocene sections in the background of this picture, and the current fluvial basin, the current fluvial basin in the front part. What we have been creating an inventory and cartography of in this region, because formerly it has not been worked in deep, and the project we are working on has been not the first, but the more complete and more extensive project working in this region. We have produced an inventory and cartography. We have been working on chronology, geochronology, and geology through this multidisciplinary work in connection with the local authorities, the local society, because at last we are working on heritage, and everyone there is interested for sure in preserving and making their heritage, make their heritage at high level. Then this is the list of the disciplines we are working on: geochronology, geology, raw materials, lithic technologies, archaeology, and so on. As you can see, paleoecology, geology, archaeology, everything. This is an example for micropaleontology or geochronology. We have been applying paleomagnetism, EASR, and luminescence for dating these materials. So we have not, as we have not volcanic materials, we cannot apply the usual methods applied in East Africa, for example, with argon or potassium. These are just some gathered publications we have been delivering this last year, just a gathering of this one, and this is just the precious card of this basin with the main sites we have been able to discover and study. You can see in this card two main parts. In the southeast, you have the around Ain Beni Matar, and in the northwest there is the part of Gefeit. Then these are two clusters of sites. These sites are going from late Miocene paleontological sites, late Pliocene also paleontological sites, and from early Pleistocene on, we have also different sites for archaeology with hominin presence. What we have is, in general, sites with that are preserving lytic technology. We have only one site where we have discovered both lytic technologies and remains of mammals. But for the rest of them, the archaeological ones are preserving only lytic materials, and we count with these two very old sites with paleontological remains, one from late Miocene and another from late Pliocene. You have here just the complete list of these sites with their attribution, with their chronological attribution. Some of them have been precisely dated by paleomagnetism or EASR or luminescence, some of them also with biochronology, and other, for the main part, they are proposed. This, what you have here, are proposed chronologies. From here on, we will see some of these sites, and I will say you which are the current data we have been able to gather there. The first one that is very interesting for us is this late Pliocene site, paleontological one, Gefeit 4.2. That is a site in the slopes of Gefeit, close to the village, that has been discovered in 2015. And since then on, we have been 3 years there excavating, and we have been able to recover more than 3,000 remains of mammalian and reptiles and other species, micro and macro species. It has been recently dated by paleomagnetism. We also tried the EASR, but up to now, we are retrying that, but up to now, we have not good data for EASR. Then it has been through paleomagnetism and biochronology that we can date this site in the late Pliocene, that is older than 2.6 million years, and with a dating that is not precise, but older than 2.6, and this is very important for the region, not only for Eastern Morocco, but for the whole Maghreb. You have here some of the pictures looking at the site during excavation. It has been a 3D mapping excavation, that is a well-trained excavation that in which we have been able to recover some fossils like that from Ananchus, Rhinocera, Hippopotamus, Hipparion. Hipparion is the main species we have recovered there, and helping us to date that in the late Pliocene. You have here the whole list of the species recovered there, around 20 species as you can see here. Some of the special species we have recovered and published. There is a species of micromammal, Golunda auregi, is a new species described in this site that corresponds to last survivor of a genera coming from the basal Pliocene and being extinct around the late Pliocene. We have also remains of new macaque fossil from Morocco in this site, and we have also a small Dinophelis, that is saber-tooth tiger that has been discovered also in this site. After the Pliocene, and now without clear dating for ensuring the position in the chronology of these sites, we have some archaeological sites that we have roughly attributed to the early Pleistocene, corresponding to mode 1, typical mode 1 lytic technology. Similar to the technology that we have at, for example, in the oldest sites in Maghreb, Ain Busherit and Ain Anesh, similar to the sites in East Africa, and corresponding to mode 1 technologies that are looking for small and sample flakes to be used directly without any configuration. You don't have in these sites any kind of artifact with a morphology that has been created. It's just small flakes with cutting edges, presenting cutting edges. These sites have been situated in the basal section of the Pleistocene infilling in the region, and this is the other site with early Pleistocene mode 1, that of Ain Tabuda, in the same placing and with the same kind of technology from mode 1. And going on and arriving to the Middle Pleistocene, and then not in the former fluvial lacustrine Pleo-Pleistocene basin, but in the new fluvial basin, the current fluvial basin. We have some Middle Pleistocene sites, and this one was Rabat that have delivered us mode 2 lytic tools. mode 2 lithic tools like those you can see in the picture, preserved in several levels in the same site, levels that have been dated through luminescence in around 550,000 years ago. Then the datings are coherent. We have at least four samples to be dated, and all the samples are coherent, and we think that the whole sequence have been infilled in a very short time. It corresponds through the geomorphology and the geostracodes we have been able to recover. We have described a fluvial environment, a fluvial landscape, a small river flowing down to the Hay system, and the hominin have been placed in this environment, an environment that cyclically has been stressed by arid conditions. You have here the section, the placing of the samples for dating, and the results of this dating in around 550,000 years ago. And these are the three main tools. This, in contrast with the mode 1, you have here morphologies that have been looked for. This is not a single flake, but a morphology that has been created, the typical mode 2 morphologies. And beyond Middle Pleistocene, we have also some sites with mode 3, with the two main groups of mode 3 in the Maghreb. Is the Aterian and Musterian typical tools. These are some of the sites. We have dozens of these sites of mode 3 or Middle Stone Age in the region, and this is the only site already in the Upper Pleistocene where we have been able to recover both lithic tools and remains of mammals with marks of human impact. And beyond these sites, we have also some from the later Stone Age and from Holocene. That is, we have the complete sequence of hominin presence in the region, and this is important for a new project that has been put at work on 2006, as I have said. Then we are for sure working on the raw materials procurement. You have some of the kinds of flint we have in the region that are very present in the landscape. So we have some of the Middle Stone Age sites preserved just near this, close to this. To these blocks and of flint, then they are the people then were just taking profit of these blocks of flint. You have here the four kinds of flint we have in the region. You can see here some of these natural blocks, and something about the landscape. As I said to you, in the late Pliocene, in the early Pleistocene, what we have is a fluvial lacustrine basin in which large community of animals and plants have been established there. And since early Pleistocene, we have also the hominins in the region. And through these methodologies, we have been able to recover the landscape. This landscape was an open one around a lake, and in climatic conditions close to semi-arid landscape. When we are in the Middle Pleistocene, we are also in an open and very dry environment. And in this Middle Pleistocene, in other sites, we have recovered some fossils without tools. These are other paleontological sites, also from Middle Pleistocene, showing some species that are typical, some of them typical from Eastern Africa. Then we think that what we have is an expansion of East African communities through what we call, what the literature is already calling now the Green Sahara. During the Green Sahara periods, we have the different species have been able to cross the whole Africa and expand around whole Africa and even in the Maghreb. This is a picture of what we can say about this Green Sahara that has been recovered through sedimentology, landscape recovering and reconstruction, and paleoecological working. There are many specialists being able to recover all these lakes that covered the whole Sahara. And for sure, we also can put this lake, this new picture of the Sahara, with the many sites, especially for Mode 2, but also for Mode 3 and Holocene sites that are spread around the Sahara. This is why we can have even sites with pictures and engravings in the Central Sahara, coming from the origin of the Holocene. This is because the Sahara, in many times cyclically, is a green landscape. That is all. Thank you very much.